Kelsey, what did it mean to you to get to be here on this night with Candace? Did you get to go out on the court for any of it?
I saw them actually lift it. I saw the towards the end of her speech. But it means everything. I mean, I missed the one in LA, so my wife and son were there, but I missed it. So I was glad to finally be here. And man, what a legendary career, man, to have your jersey in the Raptors one place, let alone two places. That just speaks to the impact that she's had in the basketball world in both places. What she's done on the court, off the court, brought a championship here to Chicago. Those are big and tall asks. But it's all about impact her and her family has had in the city. So I'm happy to be here. She wore Ace's uniform, so that makes me even more happy and excited. So man, it was really cool to see that go in the Raptors.
What impresses you about what she was doing off the court during her career, but now like does not skip a beat?
I think what's been really cool to kind of see is that how she's changed the game on and off the court. You see now it's just a habit, and you're supposed to do this when you're 6'4" or above, be able to handle the basketball, pass, shoot, being able to be sort of positionless. She was one of the catalysts for that. Like she was one of the players that really started that. Um, on the basketball side, and then media wise and being on TV, a woman in the men's realm and in that sport, like she's done things on and off the court that's kind of broken barriers for other people to come next. And so it's really, really impactful. I know from my career and how you see the game IQ wise, she was very impactful there as a second year player. My first time playing with her, I was like, I'm playing with Candace Parker. What? My head was spinning. And so now like our conversations have grown from that young kid that I once was and where she was in her career as well, and the different things she sees on and off the court. It's been really cool to see.
When you first started playing together in LA, had you had a teammate before that like talked about the business opportunities off the court?
No.
And what was like her early messaging to you guys?
Man, you throwing me back here a little bit,
Right.
showing my age too. You know, I was kind of like, okay, she would have a conversation. Elena Beer was there as well a lot, and they would have conversation. I'm just listening to them like this, not understanding that I'm actually absorbing everything. So when I hear it again, when they're not there, I know what they're talking about, whether that be investing in contracts and how you see the game, how the game is called, the IQ wise. Okay, this is what we're thinking for the next play because we've already burnt them in the first half for that with that, and so now it's kind of becoming instinctual for me on the court at least. Um, to have that kind of mindset, and it really stemmed from 2016 and those vets being around me and just listening to conversation. You learn a lot just by listening. You don't even have to add anything, but you absorb so much information. And so that's what I say when younger players come into this league, just absorb a bunch of information. You just never know what's going into your tank until it's one time, it's time to use it.
I'll say that late in the fourth, I think they had gone up by 1 or 2. You hit the 3, Melissa had the huge block, and then
A shot.
Yeah. What can you take me through that sequence? And is that kind of emblematic of what you guys have been doing?
Yeah, I mean,
Stretch.
In the end of games, a lot of times we try to find ways to get the ball to Asia or she's involved in some sort of action. And Becky's always like, I'm running this play, but it's always to make a read. They may take it away, so you have to do something else. And so, rightfully so, she draws attention. So she had the ball on the block, and I believe Ariel Atkins went to go double. She kicked it in top of the key, and I had to knock it down. And then all night they kind of had been throwing it over the top a little bit to their post players, and so we were just like, our backside's got to be more engaged. And Alyssa was there right on time, blocked it, and then coming back down, I knew that we needed to have Asia touch the ball again, and good things happened, and she was able to knock it down.
Did you know when it left your hand that was going?
Yeah, it felt good.
Sorry, one more for me. When it comes to building wealth and for players in the W and just women athletes in general, the starting point is a little bit different. You guys are building from a different place than some of your male counterparts. So just to that end, when it comes to investing, kind of like the messaging again that you heard from Candace, I guess how important was it, or did she stress the importance of kind of making those off-court moves in that way?
I believe like in the beginning, it was the conversation was about just getting a seat at the table, like
Okay.
just get a seat at the table, and then as it progressed, she creates tables, and so now you want other, she's bringing other people along, and that's kind of the messaging at a young age was like just get a seat at the table, have a conversation, learn a lot, be a sponge, and then now she's creating these tables and bringing people along and bringing others along, and so that's right there is impact, let alone and that's kind of been her messaging. And she says it all the time. I know people say it as well. She wants to leave it better than she found, and that's what she's been able to do on and off the court.
Gonna jump to Zoom, Callie and then Nikias, please.
Two things that Becky mentioned that may have impacted the game. She talked about just like maybe a level of fatigue with how many games you guys have played in the recent days. And then she also talked about the other side, having your entire playbook. Obviously, Tyler Marsh is part of, her coaching tree. Did you feel either of those things, like the other side having your playbook and the fatigue? And how did you feel those impact the game?
You know, Tyler's been a part of our organization and the verbiage, and you don't lose that. Like you don't forget. And so when we were calling plays, sometimes we would call it out of a timeout, but not actually say it. And if he would hear it, he would just be like, "Okay, this is the middle pick and roll or side pick and roll, whatever the case may be." So there were moments where the team would say it to Tyler, and he would be like, "Watch this." But we do have some new stuff. So he was like, "I don't think I know that one." So it was great. Um, and then your second part, oh, fatigue. I mean, everybody's kind of dealing there has this type of stretch in the league, right? It sucks, but we have to get through it. I'm just glad that we got a dub while doing it. That's always the best.
And then just one more question for me. You've been very consistent saying that the Aces just need to be playing good basketball around this time, like August and September. But now you've clinched a playoff berth. You're the second team in the league to do it. And I'm just wondering how your confidence has kind of grown in this team, even though it seems like it started at a high point.
It just took time, man. I mean, like I said, you don't want to be playing your best in June. That's a little scary if you're playing your best in June. So I mean, just staying consistent, keeping the faith in what we got in our locker room and the history and the trust that we built from top to bottom, coaching staff to players to trainers. Like there's just been an undoubt like we trust each other, and so that never really wavered. Is just not getting too high and too low. And so now you're kind of seeing that in the chemistry kind of blossom a little bit in these games. And some of these games like this, like we lost early in the season, whether it be on the defensive end, offensively, or whatever. So not every game is going to be pretty. We just got to find ways to win.
Last question, Nikias, close us out, please.
Hi, Chelsea. Based on the pass that you threw to Jackie early in the third quarter, her coming off that screen from Asia, you went behind your back
Yeah.
from three-point line. I just want to know, do you have a favorite pass from this season so far?
That's a loaded question. I don't know if I have a, I'm trying to think, man. I'm not, there was one to Asia, that was in transition. That one was kind of crazy. I can't remember Nakai's now. Um, there might be like one per game that I'm like, that one, Chelsea, you was pushing it on that one, but Asia has the best hands in the world. So, and then Jackie, we've been playing with each other for a long time, so they know when it's coming.
Got you. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you.